does say after instrumental, but thanks for explaining it, because I wouldn't have known what it meant.
Then I have no idea what they write.
You want to play two
Okay.
tunes before we start singing? I don't think I did that first.
Okay.
I don't know why. Okay.
I believe in music. I believe in love. I believe in music. I believe in love.
Well, I could just sit around making music all day long. As long as I'm making music, I know I can't do nobody wrong. And who knows, maybe someday I'll come up with a song that makes people want to stop the fussing and fighting just long enough to sing along. Everybody sing.
I believe in music. I believe in love. I believe in music. I believe in love.
Music is love, love is music, if you know what I mean. People who believe in music are the happiest people I've ever seen. So clap your hands, stomp your feet, and shake your tambourine. Lift your voices to the sky, God loves you when you sing. Everybody sing.
I believe in music. I believe in love. I believe in music. I believe in love.
Music is the universal language and love is the key to brotherhood and peace and understanding and living in harmony. So take your brother by the hand and sing along with me. Find out what it really means to be young and rich and free. Everybody sing.
I believe in music. I believe in love. I believe in music. I believe in love. I believe in music. I believe in love. I believe in music. I believe in love.
Well, there's a reason for the sunshine sky, and there's a reason why I'm feeling so high. Must be the season when that love light shines all around us. So let that feeling grab you deep inside, send you reeling where your love can't hide, and then go stealing through the moonlit night with your lover. Just let your love flow like a mountain stream, and let your love grow with the smallest of dreams, and let your love show. And you'll know what I mean, it's the season. Just let your love fly like a bird on the wing, and let your love find you to all living things. the candle lights must be that season when those love lights shine all around us. So let that wonder take you into space and lay you under. It's love and embrace, just feel the thunder as it warms your face, you can't hold back. Just let your love flow like a mountain stream, and let your love grow with the smallest of dreams, and let your love show. And you'll know what I mean, it's the season. Just let your love fly like a bird on the wing, and let your love bind you to all living things, and let your love shine. And you'll know what I mean, that's the reason. Just let your love flow like a mountain stream, and let your love grow with the smallest of dreams, and let your love show. And you'll know what I mean, it's the season. Just let your love fly like a bird on the wing, and let your love bind you to all living things, and let your love shine. And you'll know what I mean, that's the reason.
And good morning, everybody, and welcome to Unity of Gulfport, Mississippi. Let's all stand to sing the opening song, God is My Source.
God is my source, God is my power, God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings, God gives me everything I need. Love is my source, love is my power, love gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. Love gives me everything I need. Joy is my source. Joy is my power. Joy gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. Joy gives me everything I need. Peace is my source. Peace is my power. Peace gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. Peace gives me everything I need. God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. God gives me everything I need. God gives me everything I need.
Oh, thank you so much. Let us pray. We open our hearts and minds to receive divine inspiration this morning at this very special place and time. May we allow Spirit to inform us of what is ours to release and what is ours to embrace. We open up, we release, and we receive as Spirit moves in, around, and through us. We are grateful for this glorious morning and for all those who are serving today of their gifts and talents. May we each be blessed in a special way. Amen. Welcome to Unity of Gulfport. Do we have any first-time visitors? Any first-time? Oh, good. And what is your name, please?
My name is Valencia Parker.
Valencia. Can I give your last name too? You're going out around the world. Is that okay? Okay. Valencia Parker. Thank you so much for being here. Anybody else? Is that it? No more? Okay. Thank y'all for coming today. And I know it's been so cold and so hard to get out, but we are going to have a warm snap, shall we call it, coming up this week. Why, one day we might even get up to 70 degrees. It's so funny to say that in Mississippi, isn't it? So, we come together to affirm and celebrate our unity, our oneness with each other and with the source of all that is. The candle of unity, in that spirit of unity, Tony was going to get me. All right. In that spirit of unity, let us pause to unfold in light and love all the people in our community and in our world. The candle of unity signifies the light within each of us and our connection to the source of all that is, and so it is. Let us affirm our faith. I have faith that God is my instant, constant, and abundant supply. I have faith that God provides ways when to human sense there is no way. I have faith that God is guiding me in all ways. My health, happiness, and success are assured. And now, let's all sing Peace Like a River.
I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river in my soul. I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river in my soul, in my soul. And I've got love like an ocean. I've got love like an ocean. I've got love like an ocean in my soul. I've got love like an ocean. I've got love like an ocean. I've got love like an ocean in my soul, in my soul. I've got joy like a fountain. I've got joy like a fountain. I've got joy like a fountain in my soul. I've got joy like a fountain. I've got joy like a fountain. I've got joy like a fountain in my soul, in my soul. I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river in my soul. I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river in my soul, in my soul. And I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river in my soul. I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river in my soul, in my soul.
Nothing like a harmonizing audience. That was beautiful, y'all. Janet Heron will now come on up and read the Daily Word.
Good morning. The word of the day is energetic. The limitless energy of spirit flows through me. I smile as I watch children at play. Their boundless energy seems so natural, so effortless. When I want to reclaim this same zeal and enthusiasm for myself, I remember these divine gifts are already within me. Centered in this awareness, I feel renewed vitality. As I take care of my family, move through my workday, enjoy time with dear ones, or volunteer in my community, I engage it all with enthusiasm and feel my energy build. If I feel my enthusiasm faltering, I don't despair. Instead, I pause for a moment to feel the quickening energy of spirit, the divine life and strength that are flowing through me. As I am revitalized, the world feels new. I shimmer with energy and go about doing all I feel called to do. And from Colossians 1:11, may you be made strong with all the strength that comes from his glorious power. Thank you.
And thank you, Janet. I sit behind her and I look at her feet, and she has to be on her tippy toes because this microphone is so tall for me. So bless your heart for doing your calisthenics when you get up to the podium. Announcements are on the slide and found on the back of the bulletin. Everyone is invited today to go on over to the fellowship hall after service for conversation and sustenance, it says. I have a feeling that's going to be spiritual sustenance, social sustenance, and food sustenance. And we have quite a number of refreshments over there today, so y'all come on over. If anyone has any specific prayer request, we have a prayer box at the back of the room that has prayer request forms that you can fill out. Place your prayer request forms in the box so that we may pray for them here and at Silent Unity. And now, the Reverend Bobby Montgomery will come on up to the stage for quiet contemplation.
Morning. Good morning. So good to be here. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? I have to be on my tippy toes too. Can everyone hear me now? Good, thank you. Thank you so much, Matt. Thank you. And now I have to do this to see my, no. Anyway, I just want to have a moment of silence for the church, for the sacred community for 2024. I just want you to join me in a moment of silent meditation for this beautiful church and all of the effort that goes into creating it this year. Divine love, we come to you with the willingness, the intent, the desire to come to you and stay connected to you. We've come to the meeting place with all of the things that we offer for your altar within. Any issues that anyone is having with health, with grief, fear, lack, anxiety, and just with all the joy and the happiness. We ask for your truth to shine in us daily. We ask to see with the vision of divine love and of divine intelligence, to speak the words of the one who knows. We ask for healing for ourselves, for our loved ones, for the world, for our planet. And we thank you. And we have faith, and so it is. Thank you.
could anyone ever tell you you were anything less than beautiful? How could anyone ever tell you you were less than whole? How could anyone fail to notice that your love is a miracle? How deeply you're connected to my soul.
Thank you so much. That was beautiful. Thank you. Well, hello. It's so good to be back. And I have to say, everyone has just been so wonderful to me. Everyone has been so gracious and so welcoming. Still feel like this a little bit short, a little bit low. You can hear me. Okay, good. I'm just so grateful for the welcome that I've received from Unity of Gulfport after being away for 3.5 years, although it's been a year since I spoke last, so I enjoyed that, but I really appreciate how wonderful everyone's been to me coming back and getting to work with Judy again and everyone, and so thank you so much. So I was trying to put this talk together today, and, the ego is raging, and I'm like, I have to hit this out of the ballpark. My ego's like, yeah, gotta have a home run, first time. But, that worrying is obviously not necessary, and Jan Bixler came up to me and said, you can't do this wrong, it's okay, you're gonna be fine, just don't worry about it, just it's gonna be good. But I almost gave my religion is like a peach speech. But I saved it. You guys will be very happy to know that I saved that one. So I was thinking about what I wanted to talk about, and I had all of these, I had this list, and I'm like, I'm going to talk about this week, and that week, and I'm planning it all out because I'm a planner, I have my planner. And I was like, but I don't know what I want to talk about this first time. And then I realized that what I wanted to talk about was community, sacred community. And I thought, this is perfect because I'm just coming back into this community. And it's a great topic. And I'm not going to have any problem putting together a message because there's all these books written about it and there's all this information about it. And, we're all... everybody's talking about building community on TikTok, and everybody's talking about Instagram and, Reels and all this stuff. And I'm like, I can just grab all this information and I'll just put together this great speech. Well, what I found out was that I'm 56. There's just been a very little bit of time in my life where I've actually participated in authentic, deep community. I haven't been in Unity of Gulfport that many years. But that was the time, And then I had another short period of time where I felt like I was involved in an authentic community. But I had a lot to learn in a very deep way about community. And so I realized that, as the Course in Miracles says, I needed to teach to learn, and I needed to hear my own message. So this was for me. Probably a lot more than it was for you. But, hundreds of books have been written on the topic of community, as we know. But we're getting ready to, after the pandemic and all the stuff that's happened, having to slow down and, things have fallen off as far as events and things like that, although everybody's really trying to keep it all going, and it's been amazing how well that's gone. But I've been watching from behind the scenes and still doing a lot of work with the church from behind the scenes for the last 3.5 years. But we've also had a lot of grieving. We've lost a lot of people. And so I just think, coming into 2024 is a good time to just think about community again and think about, how do we want to intentionally, mindfully create going forward So instead of talking about peaches, I decided to talk about kumquats. A long time ago, I used to be in this community called the Great Commission, and I was in college. This has been a long time ago. It's like 35 years ago, and I wasn't in it very long because my spirituality became much more eclectic instead of more fundamentalistic. But this group of people, they were very, very sweet, and they were very kind and not judgmental at all. But much like Unity, they had these songs that would really stick with you, and they had this one song that came to me when I was writing this and thinking about these things. And the song went like this: the fruits of the Spirit aren't kumquats. The fruits of the Spirit aren't kumquats. If you want to be a kumquat, you might as well hear it. You can't be a fruit of the Spirit, because the fruits are love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. And I was never going to forget that ever again. 35 years later, I can still call up that song, and a whole lot more of them, too. And sometimes I hear Charles's voice in my head. You know, I wake up in the morning, and I'm singing one of these songs. And it's just kind of cool, actually. But I was thinking about the fruits of the Spirit. It's really not about the fruits of the Spirit as far as my talk goes, but it's just one of those things that I feel like, you know, we always say that a spiritual community creates love. There's love. But there's all these other things, and they're you know, the spiritual community, I feel like it begins with the spiritual practice. I feel like that's the sort of undergirding, that's the foundation. The spiritual practice and the connection that we have, you know, the individual's spiritual practice and the community's spiritual practice as a whole creates fruits of the Spirit that, you know, there's this exchange, you know, from the community to the individuals, from the individuals back into the community. And, you know, we can't do it perfectly because of ego. Because I'm a Course in Miracles minister, you know, that's the foundation of my ministry. So I talk in Course in Miracles speak a lot. But we can't do it perfectly because there's this toggling that happens between, you know, spirit connection and ego. And just like that mindfulness meditation with the breath, you know, you go into the meditation and you're doing the breathing, and then the next thing you know, your mind wanders, and then you bring it back to the breath, and it just, you do it, and you do it, and you do it. And it's the same thing with a spiritual connection all the time. It's just coming back after your mind wanders. You realize you're an ego, coming back to that spiritual connection. I think the community is an organic living thing, and so I think the community has to be doing that spiritual practice as well, and that's the foundation of how those wonderful gifts become available for everyone. So another thing that I think is important for a spiritual community to have is a spirit-infused purpose and guiding structure, as well as spirit-led leaders with integrity who are true to that purpose and the structure that provides guidance. And Rev Judy calls this being a faith keeper. And she's taken that role very seriously and has felt very honored to do that, and we appreciate that very much. And in an ideal world, it won't just be Rev Judy, and it isn't. In this church, everybody is participating. It's wonderful. Everyone's joining into that vision. Now, Unity at large has its own structure, and that is why we teach the 5 principles, etc. Unity, this is from the website, Unity is a global, inclusive spiritual community. That's from the website, and it says it is a practical spirituality with a mission to be uplifting. So this is who we are. This is what we believe. And they provide branding, and they provide, I'm falling, y'all. They provide resources for us because creating cohesive community in a situation where, whatever your spiritual journey is, you're welcome here. Wherever you are in your journey, you're welcome here. And that's very broad. So just to have that guidance and that structure to some degree, but we don't tell you what to believe. As Reverend Judy says all the time, we don't tell you what to believe. We're here to join together to celebrate life. And wherever you are with that, that's okay. But taking it down from that broader umbrella, the community that is going to make the most impact is the community that touches the individual. So let's talk about the local spiritual community. Sacred community gives us an opportunity to slow down. We all know that. Life is coming at us 90 to nothing, and we're moving very fast from thing to thing to thing. Instagram, scrolling on TikTok, and even just the scrolling itself. You're just looking at the scrolling, and it just feels fast. Everything just feels fast. And there's been studies done now that suggest that our attention span is actually impacted by all of this information coming at us in these tiny little snippets. We can't pay attention. We have to retrain ourselves. It's like we're not taking it in. It's like a hard rain. It just runs off into the gutter. You don't even absorb the information. What we need is a soft, gentle rain. But here at Unity of Gulfport, and when I just say the word here, I can feel it. I know that I'm talking about this place. We're entering sacred space inside of this room, inside of ourselves. We slow down. We experience something meaningful personally through all of these beautiful and uplifting moments, the music. And I'm probably about to sound like the Academy Awards up here because I'm about to thank a whole lot of people. But the personal encounters and those things we share with each other. And we create connection. So I was really thinking about what it takes to put together this whole thing. Every week, all the stuff, all the events, all the things. And I just want to mention a few people. I was going to cut out big chunks of my speech because I was like, this is way too long. It's way too long, and I started crossing stuff out, blocks of stuff, and then I was like, wait, I'm putting that back in there, We're going to just have to get some, softer cushions or something. But I want to thank some people. I want to thank Rev Judy, who's gone above and beyond her job description for years. The musicians who work so hard, they write music, they coordinate music, they put together music, they arrange music, they rehearse, they come up here 2 or 3 times a week, and they put their heart and soul into it, and some of them even do the administration on top of that. Thank you, Shelby. We've got Miss Nay, who's helping with our younger members, platform people, those making events happen. We've got board members, and let me tell you, these board members, you never know what's going to come up for them. They're always available. It's not just once a month meeting. They're always there, looking out for every little thing that comes up and happens. And all the people that take care of the buildings, the grounds, there's a lot. I just really got overwhelmed with thinking about it. I was really, Judy's been telling me for years that, all this stuff goes into this. And it really does. I really just sat with that for a while. So thank you. Kathy Coffey, and I put these notes on the bulletin. Kathy Coffey, community builder, and as she describes herself, creative soul, intent to notice, act, feel, and learn, lists in her TED Talk on community 4 ways that community shows up for her. 1 is through connection of minds. There's an opportunity for dialogue, discussion, and an opportunity to be curious. 2, through connection of spirit, broadening her sense of meaning, place, and self in the world. 3, through connection of citizen, joining with another to exponentially increase her potential for impact in the world. And 4, through connection to people. And this is where I start to break down, because it means a lot to me. Reminding her that she is not alone and that others love and care for her. Thank you. Kathy says community is where she was made better by what another brought out in her. She says community completes her soul. Now this next little topic is something that's very dear to my heart. I feel that a healthy community needs to be trauma informed, because the world has changed. A, we've all gone through the pandemic, and B, people are starting to talk about their trauma more. They're not keeping it hidden so much anymore. And so I feel that it needs to be trauma informed. This is something that really matters to me. Self-love and presence in individuals is integral to the community. Failure to be trauma-informed affects a community negatively because a person's inability to be seen, loved, and validated can and usually does cause them to withdraw. Their gifts recede, sometimes from themselves, and certainly from the community. We'd love to think that there's no trauma present in our community, but there's no such thing as a community that does not have any individual trauma. Now, I'm not saying that the spiritual community is supposed to function as a therapist, but it can hold a person and be a witness to a reasonable and healthy degree. It can offer love and allow the journey. It can help encourage an understanding of identity with divine love. It can become a group of people who will joyfully greet whoever that person is becoming. And leadership can point the way toward other services if necessary. Another topic that I feel is important in community is communication. I do believe that we have a responsibility as a community to reach out. I don't believe in proselytizing, but I do believe in reaching out and responding. And how we respond can determine how healthy we are as a group. Integrity-based communication creates unity and trust. A lot of these ideas that I'm talking about today come down to safety and trust. How is a person impacted by their community? How is the community impacted by the individual members? A healthy spiritual community communicates well. Communication without integrity creates chaos. There must be dialogue. Now, I'm going to take a commercial break. I decided that I want to do a leadership workshop, leadership skills workshop, and it looks like it's going to be on the schedule for the 30th of March. Judy will be helping me with that. She's going to be presenting as well. And I'll go into more detail about communication and things like that and some of these skills at that time. And if you think that sounds like something you'd like to join in, I would love for you to be there. We would love for you to be there. And just my email is on the brochure, on the bulletin, so feel free to RSVP so I can kind of get an idea. It's going to be Saturday, March 30th, probably like from 9 to 12, and there'll probably be presentation, conversation, and some food involved. So now back to our regularly scheduled program. A healthy community is values-based versus personality-based. As they say in 12-step recovery, principles before personalities. If the world shifts and moves and events happen, the community that is values-based will be the most stable community. And a healthy community is welcoming. It has vision in place of judgment. It understands the true identity of people and is patient and faithful. And I'll tell you what, that is where this community excels, in my opinion. This community really loves its people, and it is never judgmental, so kind. Healthy spiritual community motivates and encourages the gifts of the members to come forward, which creates commitment and participation because it is personally meaningful to them, and it enjoys diversity. And there's a difference between enjoying diversity and just having diversity or being willing to have diversity. And diversity includes all kinds of things: color, ableness, size, gender, sexual orientation, age, everyone. We don't even know what all kinds of amazing gifts people have to offer because we just see one facet of them. When there's a treasure just below the surface. Of course, people come for all kinds of reasons to community. Some just come for an uplifting, happy social time with some lovely music, and that is completely valid. Others are here to study and discuss spiritual things or find ways to be helpful or share something, but everyone has a reason for being here, and just being a happy person in a happy place is a very fine reason to be here. And I remember, for those of you who remember Scott Lewis, he used to sit in the back of the room and cut up. And sometimes it was really hard for me because I sat very close to him a lot, and I would be laughing so hard that I was afraid that Judy was gonna come down and get us. Spiritual community has presence and awareness. It creates a safe environment in which to be authentic. It is safe to be mindful in a healthy place. Trust is absolutely necessary, but it cannot be blind trust. It has to be born out of integrity on the part of the leadership. How can you resolve things spiritually if you can't resolve things spiritually in your own spiritual community? So there has to be trust. It has to be a safe, sacred space. And I think, once again, I don't even have to stand up here and tell you guys any of this because you already have it all covered. Community creates an opportunity to have expression and personal impact. As Kathy Coffey said, that impact is completely individual. It doesn't have to be a major role in the organization. It can just be somebody who's made a commitment to smile at every person that they meet. And that is real impact. And the responsibility is also on the part of the individual to be a part of a group and not be overly dug into one particular idea or one particular desire. Now I have another plug. And then I'm going to wrap this up. In the interest of participation, I have put a journaling prompt on the back of the bulletin, and I'm going to start doing that every week. And if you would like to answer that or write about that, you can send that to me, or you can put it in my box anonymously, or you can not answer it at all. It's all up to you. Or you can just write about it at home and just not share if you don't want to. But I just thought it would be fun to just have a little participation. And for me, doing this, I get to see what's important to people and think about what I, need to maybe think about myself. So if you would like to participate in that, that would be really cool. And don't forget to RSVP about the leadership conference if you're interested in that. So in conclusion, I think what it all comes down to for me is this: community should be spirit infused. It should revolve around vision. It should be safe, create meaning, and appreciate the gifts that everyone brings to the table. I believe healthy community creates a scenario where 1 + 1 does not equal 2. 1 + 1 equals magic. And I really appreciate Unity of Gulfport for being that for me. So thank you so much. It's great to be back. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. That was lovely. Thank you. That was lovely. Powerful, too. And I was just going to add a little bit to it. Some thoughts you brought to mind while I was sitting there listening. And that is that this is a powerful, powerful subject. The importance of community. From the beginning of time, from early humans, from the earliest humans that we are aware of in history and archaeology, is that humans would form a sacred circle. And typically, while the mostly men would go out and hunt, and they did that in community, by the way, the women would stay behind. They would stay with the children and the older people, and they would form a circle. And in that circle, they had community and caring and loving, and this is the way they took care of each other. From the beginning of time, we humans have served through community. Made me think a couple of other things too. I had a lot of thoughts that came up while you were talking. And one of those is, of course, the importance of community here. And Bob Brandhorst has said often that coming to church here looks like one of my family reunions, because I have so many family members here. But the truth is that it is filled with family and friends. You are my friends. You are my friends. I've noted with Dan and I have talked sometimes about the fact that he has a couple of his other buddies that work with him over in his shop in Bay St. Louis, and they put stuff back together. But basically, I don't have friends outside of here. And not certain why that is, but since Dan and I moved here, and we moved here in 2005, and all of the friends that we've made, and they are important friends, and the friends of the heart are right here at Unity of Gulfport. And then the other thing about community, and thank you for that subject, by the way, is that in sociological mindfulness, you learn that our power lies in our ability, through words and deeds, to demonstrate to others a better way of doing things. Does that make sense? We talk often about there is one power and one presence in the universe, and we call that power by the name of God and other names. It's an energy of love. We each have the ability to connect to that power. But then we study that sociologically, we understand we know that metaphysically this works. Well, how does it work? You know, there's the 100th monkey syndrome. You've heard of that, right? That a monkey will pick up his peach and wash it off, wash the sand off, and the next thing you know, after 100 have done it, then it just happens. There's evolvement. It evolves to where we all know that. And the consciousness is evolving. And we do that through community, by not being separate, but being together and caring for each other. So this morning, now Beth is going to lead us in our blessing of tithes and offerings.
Now. All right. Thank you, Reverend Bobby, and thank you, Reverend Judy. Now we give expression to our appreciation for all that is offered here at Unity of Gulfport. Please take your offering in your hands and say along with me, divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. I give in love, and I trust in God. Thank you.
May the road rise to meet you. May the wind be always at your back. May your fields be watered by gentle God hold you in his hands until we meet again. We are sisters, we are brothers, we are bound to each other to love one another. May the road rise to meet you. At your back. May your fields be watered by gentle rain, and may God hold you in his hands until we meet again. And may God hold you in his hands until we meet again. And may God hold you in his hands until we meet again.
That's lovely. And we're glad to have Reverend Alice back. She went to South Africa. And didn't take us with her. She has promised she's going to tell us a little bit about that trip soon. So we're grateful. We're grateful, too, for everyone that has kept this sacred community going. We have the donor letters ready to hand out to those who gave so generously last year, and we're so appreciative. We're appreciative of that. She is too. Appreciative of all the people, as Bobby said, that keep this place running, and we are appreciative of being able to come on Sunday morning in sacred communion. We say thank you, God, for all the people present here today, all those that have given up their time and their talents to keep this place surviving. We're grateful for the generosity with which these gifts were given. We ask that they would be multiplied tenfold for the giver and the receiver, heaped up, pressed down, and running over. And so it is. Amen. Now we are going to bless our youth. Good-looking bunch of kids, aren't they? You got a head start, didn't you? We're just going to send all sorts of loving energy from our hearts to their hearts for their success and fulfillment and joy in their lives. We love you. We bless you. We appreciate you. Behold the Christ in you, empowering you to do great things. And so it is.